Look at this. English is one of the hardest languages to learn. Or is it? Is it really? Hello, my name is Maddie from Piece of Cake English. I've been teaching English for about 10 years now, and I've heard this a lot, that many language learners believe that the English language is one of the hardest, most difficult languages to learn. Of course, learning a new language is difficult. You need time, you need to spend money on courses and books, you need to lose your precious free time, right? However, I believe the reason why many language learners think that English language is difficult is because they, or maybe even you, are doing it wrong. Let's see what the components of English language are. There are 6 components. There is vocabulary and there is grammar. And these two are also referred to as sub-skills or systems. These are the basis of the language. And there are 4 main skills. There is speaking and there is writing. And these two are called productive skills, which means you have to produce something. In writing, you need to produce sentences. In speaking, you need to produce sentences. You need to speak. You need to make sentences. You need to talk, right? And the other 2 skills are reading and listening. And these 2 are receptive skills, meaning that you receive the information and you analyze it. You don't produce the information. The problem begins, and pay close attention to it, the problem begins when you focus on 1, 2, or 3 of these elements and you forget the rest. Let me give you a very quick example. We need food to survive. Our food contains carbs, proteins, and healthy fats, right? What if I only eat carbs and cut out proteins and fats? Will I be healthy? What if I only focus on proteins and then I cut out carbs and fats? What if I only have fats while not having carbs and proteins? That might be delicious, but still not healthy. If I want to be healthy, I need to eat a balanced diet. The same is true for English language. If you want to have a good level of English language, if you want to be able to use the language effectively, you need to have a balance while learning all the 6 elements. But how? Let me explain. First thing you need to do is to learn the basics, the systems, the vocabulary and grammar parts, right? It might sound boring. Many students say, grammar again? No, I don't want to learn grammar. Just teach me vocabulary. But no, listen. This is what you need to do. Start with grammar and vocabulary. Imagine I have started with grammar. Imagine I learn about simple present. I have lunch at 2 every day. I learn about present continuous. Sorry, I'm having lunch now. Call you back later. Or maybe present perfect. I've already had lunch. Thanks. I write everything I learn in my journal. And what you should do here is to keep a journal. What do I do with it? All right. Whatever happens in your day, whatever is going to happen in your day, or whatever you are thinking about doing during the day, goes into your journal. Try to use the grammar you learn, the tenses you learn, in order to make real life sentences and real life examples. Now, I can't emphasize this enough. Real life sentences and examples. But why? Because the real life examples are very, very tangible. You know, it sticks to your mind when you make an example about something that you are about to do and then you go on and you do it. So, you keep a journal in which you write the tenses and the grammar notes you learn. At the same time, and listen closely, at the same time that you are working on your grammar, you need to work on your vocabulary. And these 2 need to take place simultaneously. At the same time. It's completely wrong if for the first month I focus on learning grammar, for the second month I learn vocabulary. No. You need to do it simultaneously. After learning grammar, I'm going to learn some new words, right? Imagine I learn the new word crime. I write down in my notebook crime, and the meaning, illegal action. Is that it? I've learned a new word? No, I haven't. I haven't learned a new word yet. This is a mistake of many students. Just writing down the word without context, you won't learn it. What you need to do is to look for collocations. What is a collocation? A collocation is a combination, is a group of words, nouns, verbs, adjectives, prepositions that often go together and form a block of words. For example, crime is the word that I have learned. I need to look up some collocations, right? So I start with verbs. I can say commit crime. I can say report crime, right? I can go on with adjectives and say violent crime, non-violent crime, or I can say major crime, petty crime. I can go on with prepositions and say crime against something. And I can come up with some phrases like a crime wave. Now, for each of these collocations, I make a sentence. For more tips on learning vocabulary and how to do it effectively, I'm going to link a video right here above my head. You can click on it and watch it later. But a question, where do I find these collocations? Here's a simple tool you can use. It's called ozdic.com, Ozdic. It's very helpful. Just go to the website, type the word, and you will find the collocations. All right. I have learned vocabulary and grammar. What do I do now? It is time to mix them up. So, in this stage, what you need to do is to use the vocabulary and collocations you have learned and the grammar you have learned in order to make sentences and write them down. This is the writing stage. So, after learning vocabulary and grammar, we proceed to writing. You start writing a paragraph. For example, if I have learned simple present, I would say, anyone who commits a crime is a criminal. Or present progressive. The news is reporting major crime against children. You see, I'm using the collocations as well. Report crime, major crime, crime against somebody. Or present perfect, I can say, he has committed violent crime and that's why he is in jail. Now it is time to write a short paragraph mixing grammar and vocabulary up. The news reported a major crime against children. A group of people committed serious crime. And I was thinking, why would somebody commit crime? Major or minor? Violent or non-violent? Why does it happen? Why is there a crime wave in my city? And now listen, I have tried to use both grammar and vocabulary here. So you see, report crime, major crime, crime against, commit crime, commit serious crime, major, minor, violent, non-violent, crime wave, and boom, that is writing. All right, grammar checked, vocabulary checked, writing checked. What's next? Speaking. But how? Try to explain what you have written to somebody. Now, that somebody can be your friend, your brother, a sibling, it can be family, or can be no one. You can just describe it out loud to yourself. Let me show you. I was watching TV today and the news was reporting about crime against children. And then I was thinking, why would people commit crime? Now, serious crime, violent crime, non-violent crime. What is the reason? Why do people commit major crime or petty crime? Also, you know, in my town, there is a high crime rate. And I was thinking, why is there a new crime wave in my city? You can also pretend that you are doing this in front of a large audience and work on your presentation skills. Let me show you. You know what? I was watching TV today and the news reported serious crime against... Again. The news reported serious crime against children. And I was wondering, why do we commit crime, huh? Why do we commit crime? Now, serious crime, petty crime, major crime, minor crime, it doesn't matter. The question is, why? Think about our city, our town. Why is there a high crime rate here? Why do we have a new crime wave here? This stage is very crucial because not only it improves your speaking, it also gives you self-confidence. And self-confidence is a major barrier for English learners who want to speak. If you don't have the confidence, you won't speak. You won't dare to speak. All right, we're done with the systems, vocabulary, and grammar. We're done with the two productive skills, speaking and writing. What about the receptive skills? Reading and listening. Reading and listening can help you reinforce your knowledge of vocabulary, grammar, speaking, and writing. In this case, I can go online, I can go on Google, and then search for articles about crime or even the news about crime. And then by reading the news, by reading the articles online, I can also highlight the new words and phrases, the new grammatical structures I see, and I can add them to my notebook. Then I can use them in order to write something, and then I can speak about what I have written. So you see, this is a loop. This is a cycle. And all of these 6 elements are interconnected, meaning that improving one will help improve the others. And that's why I insist you should never, ever leave one of the 6 elements out. What do we do for the listening? I highly recommend BBC 6 Minutes English podcasts. They're amazing. Here is the final diagram of my suggestion of what I think is the best method for learning English. Well, of course, there are many different opinions and theories about what the best way of learning a language is. Some might say that this is not how babies learn their mother tongue. However, there is a big difference here between learning your mother tongue as a baby or learning English as an adult. We are talking about English as your second language, ESL, and not as your first language. If it's your first language, why are you watching this video? Babies learn a language indirectly through listening to their parents and family and friends, through seeing, touching, feeling, smelling. But can we do this? Can we start with listening and touching and feeling and then go on with the rest of the skills such as, grammar and vocabulary later on? I'm not saying it's not possible, but it takes a lot of time. How long does it take for a baby to speak and not perfectly? Think about it. A baby after 2 or 3 years can say mama or papa. And of course, the mental capacity of an adult is much different than that of a baby. So this comparison is completely wrong. And therefore, I highly recommend following these steps. And final note, if you want to receive the lesson summaries of every video I post on YouTube in a PDF file format for free, just go to the descriptions down below, click on the link to my website, and type in your email address, click subscribe. Every time I post a new lesson on YouTube, you will receive the PDF file as well. I hope you've enjoyed this lesson. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and if you're new to my channel, click subscribe. See ya!